Hello, Shannon Grimm with Shannon Grimm and Partners at Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. Thanks for joining us. Today I'm joined with Slavi Jordanoff and Mike Stanley. And then we also have Keith, the owner of Fastsigns. And I just want to say Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That's what always comes to
All right,
mind.
Spicoli.
I know, right? Not everyone will get that, but there's only 2 people that listen. But anyhow, and you're one now. So you're one of the 2 people
Thanks
that
for having
listen.
me.
So thanks for listening too. But so just tell us a little bit about your company. I knew that you can do car wraps and stuff too, because I've actually dealt with fast signs before. So just kind of give us an overview of like everything you can do.
Everything. Okay.
Everything.
Oh gosh, that's a loaded question, isn't it?
So there's 2 pieces there, right? There's the you asked about the company, and so the franchise itself, of which I am an owner of an individual location, which is downtown, right across from Nationwide Arena, and that store has actually been in business since the late '90s, believe it or not. So. Over 25 years in the business, and I purchased this store just this last year. So I'm a newcomer.
Okay.
And but I'll tell you more about that here in a second. But I'll get into kind of what we do. As you might imagine, signs are involved, being fast signs, and we do everything from your basic yard sign for or
graduations
real estate signs,
or real estate
graduations. Those are sort of the easy volume kind of stuff. We do a lot of work with businesses, so think interiors that have either ADA signs to show you where the stairs are or where the bathroom is, to markers that show the room numbers for offices. We do a lot of actual vinyl work in offices. So think of if you have a glass conference room that needs frosted glass. We do a lot of work with the state of Ohio.
That's pretty cool.
So like think the seal of Ohio and or just designs and so forth. People send us designs just to beautify the office, and it does really change the space pretty dramatically. We love doing sort of art projects also, so we just finished a job actually with a local company near our shop downtown in the Arena District that wanted to integrate snowboards into their sales goals and such, and had these snowboards mounted out on standoffs, and we kind of made it into this matrix that kind of showed the sales progress and such. So
that's pretty cool.
We do that. You mentioned vehicles, so vehicle graphics are another sort of core part of our business. We love working with really any business that's excited about getting their brand out and needing visual communications. Vehicles are an excellent place to start with that. Tomorrow, actually, I have a visit to a brand new business that does dog training. And for those dog lovers that are out there, basically they're brand new in business. They open next month, and they want to get signage up for their storefront and to provide guidance. I know I'm leaving some things out. I'm thinking like window perf. So things, anytime you've ever been in a shop where you can see out, but people can't really see in, and there's a graphic on that outside, that's a window perforation. We do a lot of that. And then just your post and panel, like we do a lot of work with construction companies. Anytime you see a job site, usually there's a
job site signs.
Didn't think about that. Yeah, didn't think about
the
that.
fences that are just covered with banners. You have
Those two.
a lot of safety related things. So just making sure, like temporary signs that say, vehicles go this way, or wash your. I see a lot of these signs that say wash your tires before you leave. So that must be a thing in the construction industry.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of the things that we do. And I enjoy all of it because number one, it's working with customers that are typically excited about their business, and trying to utilize you in a way that you're solving a problem for them. It's like, well, I need to do this, and whenever I hear need, I think, well, we can help with that, and we can actually make that better. So yeah, that's my day to day, and I'll say the fun part about that is that whenever I walk in the door and I see what's in production, getting on the tables, it's just kind of neat because sometimes it's like there's a rock concert, look, or there's a a church event or just whatever that's happening in the community. So it's a lot of neat stuff, and I hope I'm staying on mic okay.
You're doing great.
Yeah, on a day-to-day basis.
And it's pretty neat because I've actually toured around one of the Fastsigns before. And I just sort of, I don't know, weasel my way around sometimes, I guess. But kind of neat to see, like, just the mass production of stuff. And I like seeing that. And I also like going to, like, the countertop companies. And we work with one countertop company that does, like, this special, like, laser cut and stuff. So it's neat just to see all the big equipment work. So it's pretty cool. And you can do all kinds of different sizes of signs and whatever you can think of that you need a sign for, you can do, right?
That's right. We and actually we partner. This is something that was interesting to me when I got into the sign business just a year ago. I joined the COSA, which is the Central Ohio Sign Association, and
didn't know there was one.
Didn't either, and met many of the other owners of local companies. And what I wasn't sure was, what is that community going to be like, right? Because it could go either way.
Competitive
Yep, it could be cutthroat. It could be don't come into my territory kind of stuff. But I was actually very happy to find that it's a very collegial. People help each other out. I found when I sat down at my first meeting, the guy to my right was like, "Yeah, I was just in your store the other day," and the guy to my left was somebody I was working with, actually partnering with to do a job.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was neat, and they were very welcoming. So there's
but still by the signs through Fastsigns downtown.
That's right. We can. So actually, we work with. I think they would be fine mentioning their name, Promo West, which is Kemble Live, which is right down the street from us.
We just were there. In fact, I saw your building when we were when we were down there. So
yeah, so
we were there for Black Tie's concert.
Nice.
Which was Rascal Flats, which was a lot of fun.
So they do. They have their outdoor venue as well, and the indoor, and we help them with a lot of the signage on the interior and then the exterior. And they had this very large sign that they have not used for a long time, and it's one of these polycarbonate signs, which is really heavy. And they had rented a lift, and we were trying to get it out so we could reface it and put a new sign up. But it was just not going to happen. It was really tricky to get to, and so we're actually going to try to solve that problem a different way with some of the partners that I'm mentioning. But yeah, it's every day is like that. It's every day is a new problem to solve, or working with a customer like this excited owner of a dog training business that's opening up, and they're like, "We have this new logo. Let me send it to you." And they're, you can sense that excitement. So it's fun. It's fun to be in this business, and you also realize everybody needs a sign.
Everybody does need a sign.
They do. Yep. So, what other events do you do? Do you work with any of the schools or any of that stuff to do
sporting
that?
events?
The city schools, yeah, we do a lot of we do a lot of work with the city schools. We actually sponsored the Hartley girls high school basketball team and when they went through their playoffs here recently. So that was kind of neat, and got our logo out on the signboard and so forth, and just did some signage for them.
A sign for Fastsigns.
That's right.
I bet you got a discount.
We love doing golf outings and things.
Okay.
So
we got one of those coming up.
Howard Hinn has company golf outings.
Well, we've got one. Ken's got one coming up, so I won't go to it, but I'll help
Ken
support
has one
it.
as well.
It's funny, our B&I golf outing is September 17th, and the golf outing for COSA, which I just mentioned, is September 18th. So I'll be
That's
out there
fine.
2 days in a row.
Ooh, that's nice though, because you can use one as a warm up round for the other one. So
Well, and you're warming up
I
in
need
front of your, in front of our networking group, so that you look good in front of all those other sign people.
I like
So
that.
that's actually good. That's good thinking.
Yeah.
I have a very random question.
Of course you do.
Of course. We just had a pool guy in
Why
here,
wouldn't he?
and we were talking about, making the pools a certain shape or making them look a certain way. Would it be possible to put a vinyl emblem of some sort on the
Yes.
bottom? Yes. So that we were talking about an Ohio State pool. Let's say you get, and I'm guessing it's easier to adhere
We're
the
trying to
vinyl
design
to maybe
pools in here.
their plaster pools, not the cement pools. Would probably be easier.
Well,
I'm guessing
the
that
cement
or their
pool
vinyl.
would probably be how they have to do it, because it's going to be a specific design. Like you want to do the block.
No,
O.
but I'm saying if you could do a block O at the bottom of a rectangular pool
True.
just to show
Just
it.
a regular pool, yeah.
So you could put a vinyl emblem in the bottom of a
absolutely.
pool. That is
That's-
really cool.
That's happening. So we were talking about schools a second ago. We do think of like basketball courts and stuff.
Mhm.
Any of the floor vinyl that you can actually walk
Oh,
on.
right.
Some of it has a kind of a grit to it, so that you can get traction and so forth. So we do a lot of that, and that's typically like even for short-term events. If you just need something that's visual on the ground, it's actually a pretty neat idea, and it's not
That's
that
pretty
expensive.
cool.
Yeah. One of the
Nice.
fun things I think in learning the industry and just being in this space is learning the supplier side. So you've always heard like on your phone there's an app for that. There is literally a product for that in the sign industry. So if you think of all the different type of adhesive products, all the different types of applications that you could imagine that come up either indoor, outdoor, you name it, things that can be removable and reclaimed to a window or they have it, and it's and there's and of varying qualities. So you can usually dial in the price depending on what people are wanting to spend.
I love it. You've given me a lot of things that can now become business
Right.
expenses, so I appreciate that. A new pool at my house with my face on the bottom of it.
We actually
Everyone's going to want to see that.
we love to do the fun stuff. So like my creative team, we've actually done like full-size cutouts of people. Like
Oh, dear.
somebody's just, hey, we want Bob at this event, and we want a full-size version of Bob.
That's
Here's
pretty
your
cool,
photo
too,
of
though.
Bob. We want you to make a cutout.
That's
of Bob.
pretty cool,
That's
too.
fun.
All right,
Some
we'll do
ideas.
it.
We should get a cutout of Dwight
Oh
and
yeah,
have
we
it here at
should.
the office.
We should.
So Dwight was our former sales manager, and we all loved him. So that would really freak Bev out. Though.
Well, we should put it in her little back office
I
room
know,
too,
just
to
so
really
she
scare
can
her.
find it.
Yes, yes.
I thought you were going for Dwight from The Office.
Dwight
No,
K.
no,
Schrute.
no. Dwight from our office. So that would be hysterical, because he does like to sneak up on people and scare them. So Bev would really, she would get a kick out of it after the initial "she's going to kill us."
Yes.
But yeah. So how much do those cost? Roughly.
That's usually the tough part. Like something like that. I don't know, $150, something like that.
That'd be worth it.
And we do and we can do those types of things very quickly too, and usually it's especially if it's temporary, we can keep the cost down and probably get under that. A big thing is the oversized checks. Do you guys do oversized checks?
We don't.
We don't.
If you ever need an oversized check, I can do
Oversized
oversized checks. That's
check.
another
Good
one.
to
But
know.
typically-
We can do a closing sign, like
We can do a
something-
closing sign, something really
more-
cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, instead of
Yeah.
just ordering them from
Right,
somewhere, we
yeah,
could do a
exactly,
cool
yep.
closing sign.
Yep.
Ooh, signs in the shape of keys.
There you go.
Yep.
Contour cut.
Okay.
Another thing that you're spurring my imagination.
Mhm.
We do a ton of stickers and decals. So some product companies require that. So a lot of warehousers and distributors that we work with need stickers to label things in their warehouse, or just construction teams have them on their helmets. There's a lot of different applications for these types of things, and we do those, and it's neat because if, I had a 13-year-old in the other day, and we just made him some stickers with Pokemon and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
When
So you just make them whatever you want.
It's funny because people hear fast signs, they think of just signs,
Vinyl
yard
signs is
signs,
what I
vinyl
picture,
signs. They see signs, at sporting events around the field, the hockey rink along the boards.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they think of. But vinyl wraps and window clings and stickers and the applications, like you said, warehousing and construction. There's a lot to it.
Oh yeah.
So.
And like I said, it's every industry, which is fun from a networking standpoint, because I can talk to there's not that person in the room where it's like, we don't have really anything to talk about. There's always something to talk about. One of the fun things I always find is that when I'm in networking type events, in some way, someone will find something to talk about with me. So it's like, hey, do you do this? And it's always fun because, and actually I posted on LinkedIn not too long ago, one of the biggest questions that we get is usually once we have an initial conversation is the dreaded, I didn't know you did that. And usually that brings up additional conversation that is productive. So, the one thing that, like the I didn't know you did that, typically is things like the decals or something like the digital menu boards. We do actual digital signage.
That's pretty cool.
I'm actually working on. We don't do a lot of these just because the shop historically hasn't focused on this, but doing a monument sign, and you think of the outdoor signs that you see everywhere that's got its own little either brick and mortar kind of situation and a little frame box, and it's usually either backlit or has a light on it from the front. Those require permitting and electrical and things of that nature. So those are fun jobs as well, and we don't do a lot of that, but that's something that we can also take care of.
Very cool.
Wow.
So what's kind of some of the fun stuff you could do, like for graduation, since that's probably the next thing coming up? Well, Memorial Day, but graduations I think are more decorations, like outside, like some temporary stuff you could do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just trying to think of what would be creative and fun for that.
The big one is banners for graduation. So typically somebody wants something with graphics
and
on
a cutout. You can do a cutout.
The cutouts are fun. But even smaller scale than that, one event that we actually did was not only did we put the front yard banner, they had tables, multiple tables set up in the backyard. We did table tents for all the tables, and we also did some signage because it was actually at somebody's home. We did signage for little directional stuff like bathrooms here, downstairs, upstairs. Yeah, so it was. We'll work with you, and it's all custom. So everything that we do is, I'll say, handmade.
That's kind of neat too to think about.
I like the directional, and because me being me, I always printed those out on printer paper, like an arrow or recycling or trash, and then inevitably it gets something spilled on it or it's humid out and it just starts to curl up and it looks terrible, and it's it would be nice to have something a little bit more durable that looks nice too. It keeps kind of that nice look that you have going on at the party contiguous instead of there's a piece of printer paper taped to that.
Right.
That's why you laminate it.
We love taking and doing little things that make things really look elevated. So, and the table tents are one where we use like a bent plastic for the tents, and we do the when we choose the graphics, we can literally make it look however you want it to look.
It would be cute if you had a kid graduating and the little tents were like the kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like little.
You're just all about cutout
I
kind of
am
things.
right now.
All right, let's do a graduation cutout of the kid
Have to do a cutout.
in their
of
graduation cap and gown, like throwing the hat up. And so the hat's just right here in the hand. Or the college they're going to. They can be wearing the
See?
shirt of that. There
I'm
you go.
telling you. Or you rotate tables with those. That's a great idea.
That's a
great
great
idea.
picture booth idea. Just
Ooh.
take a picture with so-and-so that's graduating, and it's not actually them. It's just the cutout.
Yeah, that's so cute. have the cutout in the photo booth. Oh, super cute. Yes. Too bad I don't have kids, but yeah.
Shannon's planning a party for no one right now. I just want to let you know.
I know, the wheels are turning. So Slavi and Stanley, when your kids are ready to graduate, I'm the person.
You're apparently throwing the party, huh?
And Bev has said when she retires, I'm planning that too, because I planned Dwight's retirement party. Our Dwight from our office.
I think she's getting ready for Jonathan. That's why she's planning ahead.
This is true. He will graduate.
Yeah.
Yes, this is true. I forgot about that, and I'll probably be the one doing that party.
Yes, you will.
Yep.
Yes, it'll be fun. It's my pretend grandson,
Okay.
so not
Nice.
really related, but I like him, so it's good.
It's good to have people in your life.
Yeah, he's 16. So I watched his mom when she was little. It was like 6 to 12. Now she's 33, and he's 16. So
Nice.
must be noon on a Wednesday.
It is. I hear the sirens and the random
too.
Is
robot
that
voice.
what that is?
Yes.
Okay.
Test, test,
I
test.
thought maybe you guys were.
We're under
signaling
siege.
something. Yeah.
I'm like, what is that? I do have to get a cutout now,
Yeah.
so I'm super excited.
That's all she can
Where's your
focus on. I mean, you said a lot of great things, and all she can focus on is the cutout.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some other cool stuff that's come through the store, or things we typically get bids from the city of Columbus. So we just bid on a job for the Columbus Public Library. So we're hoping that we're going to do their book fair this year.
Oh, very
Fingers
cool.
crossed. Haven't heard
Nice.
back. But that's one where it's like lots of banners and tents and signage for directions and cool stuff.
Cool.
Nice.
Trying to think of. I know that we did a person that had a video company needed a very specific contour cut item that had logo and all this other stuff. That was a neat one because it was on metal, and we can actually
On metal.
there's if you came to the store, which you should,
I should,
It's,
yeah.
it's kind of like arts and crafts.
We all should.
Because we have.
I do like arts and crafts.
We have our
Sure,
router,
yeah.
we have an engraver, we have
Mm-hmm.
our big printer, we have our little printer, we have our roller boards and all the things that we do to produce these things. And if you think of a sign kind of like a sandwich, if it has a laminate or a vinyl, and then you have your different substrates, and you can stack those, and you can make things dimensional and so forth. I like those types of projects because you can make them look really professional. We do a lot of law
Really
firms
cool.
and things of that nature.
Yes, we will want to design a key.
Yeah. Well,
like
I just come down and check it out. That sounds fun.
We should. Field trip down there.
Yes.
We field trip a lot of places.
We should, yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
How about if somebody comes without a design? Do you guys design, or is it only printing?
That's a great question, Slavi. So we do design. We have a graphic designer on site. We actually have two of them. And we work with you. We can do anything from sort of your greenfield kind of stuff, like coming up with a design, or just usually it's that back and forth, right? Like it's a interaction to get to. So what are you thinking about to getting something we can go to production on, and that's usually can take 2 or 3 turns to get there. We've had actual people come in and say, we're looking for a logo. We need,
Right.
we want something to represent our business appropriately, and we don't really know what we want,
Right.
and it can start there.
Which is normal, yeah.
It is normal, and so we do. And there's actually a business term for doing that I can't recall right now, but that's on our website. And my lead designer loves the out of the ordinary,
Out of the box.
non day to day. Yeah, like if you, because we do like if you were to come in the shop, you're likely going to see yard signs and some of the larger sort of post and panel signs that go to the construction sites and so forth. We did a sign the other day. You ever have like those sandwiches at Starbucks? The pre-made ones that they kind of heat up for you and bring
Which
to
I
you.
never knew was pre-made until not that long ago. But yeah,
Really? Yeah.
I
Sometimes
didn't know
they're
they came in a
ready for you.
plastic bag. Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't know.
Apparently, the company that makes those had sent us a some graphics that we made a sign that basically shows people how to make the sandwiches. So you get to see kind of neat stuff on the back end like that. But
It's really cool.
Yeah, what
Right.
would come through would be neater than anything,
we
like what you would see.
Yeah, and that is kind of a fun part of the job. But where I was going with that is that's the bread and butter stuff that comes through the store, the typical boom, 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 knock it out, we're good. So when something comes in that's a little bit different or a lot different,
Everybody probably wants to
everybody's
take
like,
a look at it.
yeah, everyone crowds around like, how are we going to do this? So
We should take a field trip just to figure out what kind of, like, how we want to do our key and stuff.
We may not even want to do a key. We may
Exactly.
decide on something else.
Exactly,
We'll see.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Okay, well, think about it. That's what I figured. This one will have opinions on that.
he's the idea man.
Not really.
He's the
The picky guy.
he's the particular.
Yes, he is.
We're the idea people. He's the particular.
Yeah.
Wants it a certain way. Although I do too.
I just throw a bunch of crap out and say, "You guys figure it out." That's
Yeah,
that's
these
my
are my ideas. See you later.
yeah.
He's like, I worked on it for 2 minutes. You guys figure it out.
Yep. Now
You
you
guys
guys
take
you
2
guys
weeks
run
to
with it for
figure
2
it
weeks. Yep.
So I was thinking for a second, we sort of jumped right into the shop, but I was going to share that I had a whole career in healthcare IT before I got to
Healthcare
Fastsigns.
IT.
Healthcare
Okay.
IT, which is not
That's
super,
an adjacent industry.
yeah, it's not super.
I love it though. That's awesome.
Fascinating to talk about, but the only reason I'm sort of bringing that up is that it's actually remarkable having a number of sort of leadership positions in healthcare IT and doing the things that I did, leading teams, hiring, firing, doing all this stuff, running a P&L. Did actually give me all the tools that I needed to do the things that I'm doing now, and
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's actually really fun taking a change in the career, and the question that I get most, and actually what I see frequently, is why did you do it? Like, you had this ongoing career, and I'd always wanted to be an entrepreneur and at some point own my own business. And I was kind of at a point in my life
You
where
were striving for sleepless nights?
I don't know if I was striving for sleepless nights, because you always have those rose-colored glasses on. But
Just like, get your real estate license. You create your own schedule. Ha ha ha.
exactly. No, I know what you mean. And the big thing for me was wanting to be my own boss and all of that, but also knowing full well what the realities of that
I always
was.
tell people my boss is a real bitch. So be careful what you wish for, huh?
Yeah, because you're constantly conflicted. Well, I could do this fun thing, or I could do this thing that really benefits me from a business standpoint. Which
Yeah.
am I going
I
to do?
could spend time with my husband, or I could be on my phone the whole time during dinner doing business stuff. So he gets used to it during spring and summer. Winter, he's pretty much like, look, I know you're not that busy.
Well, I think it's all about balance in life, and I have 2 sons, and I try to talk to them a lot about balance, and they're in quite different places themselves, but just kind of that I found in my life that making the change at the time that I did was the right thing for me, and I'm actually really happy that I'm in the role I am now, and doing the things that I'm doing. It's a different side of the professional world than I had before, and in many ways has so many more similarities than differences, oddly. So the subject matter is completely different, but outside of that, it's actually a lot of interpersonal relationships, and frankly, when I was I had a kind of a quasi sales mode in my previous career, and when I think of sales, I don't think of, when I think of Fastsigns and I think of sales, I think of actually really more solving people's problems.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. We just I was like, we had a conversation earlier, and I was telling him that I really hate when when I hear people say that real estate's their side hustle, because for one, they're using the word hustle, which is just really insulting, I think, to what we do, because we're not in the business of hustling people. To me, it's very negative. And we kind of had the same like philosophies on, quote, sales, that we're more of problem solvers and people helpers than actually selling someone on something. Because I don't want to sell you something unless you really want it. Like, I've literally talked people out of buying houses before or selling their home because it wasn't what was best for them.
Not good time.
Yeah, so it just depends on the personal situation. And if I know your personal situation, like, I had a guy who had a completely ranch condo and he wanted to sell because his friend had moved. And I'm like, no, you don't really want to sell. Where you came from, you had fallen and all this stuff, and this is the perfect place for you. And his son was actually impressed with the fact that I wasn't just trying to make the sale. And I explained to him all the benefits and the other friends he had in the community, and he stayed. So
it's a great story.
That's more about what I care about, is I care about the person being happy, because our goal is that you want to come back to us. You're not going to want to come back to us if we just want to, tell you what you want to hear and say, oh yeah, buy this house, but we're not pointing out all the negatives. If I point out all the negatives and you still want to buy the house, I literally will tell you, I've pointed all these things out to you. You understand that, right? And if they still want to go through it, it's like, okay.
I also I come from a background with my family and just my own personality. Like, if you're like finger gun sales guy, like,
it totally turns me off.
Right?
Total turn off. And what's worse is that I don't think anybody that is that in a true sense, like the caricature version, is really somebody to know. And I don't think that, I think people don't gravitate toward that at all.
Some people do.
Well, they create pressure is what
To
happens.
create pressure,
And that's
That's
the
a
sales.
short-term strategy.
Exactly.
For one.
And that's not.
Yeah, people gravitate to them for a very short amount of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have to get that. That's why they do. They get that sale done then.
And they
Then
move
you're never
on
gonna,
to the next
never
thing.
gonna hear from them again.
With our store being in business for 25 years, we have some customers that have been with us for that long, and actually a lot of
that makes you feel good.
It does, because the long-termers that we work with love that they can call us up and be like, yeah, can you just do this thing that we did 2 years ago, and we pull up the files and we share them with, that kind of thing. And it's very hand in glove.
That's where you get the sense of satisfaction, because you're doing the job right, and that's why they're coming back to you. So that's why, that's why I've sold a home in Medina, because, the person wanted to use me and I didn't want to say no, because that was like the third transaction. And, stuff like that, and why I went to West Unity.
Cincinnati.
I had no idea where that was, or Cincinnati. So we had a gentleman in Cincinnati who was listed with like the #1 agent in Cincinnati, but he walked away from that listing and wanted us to go down there. And we're like, okay, but that was like the third house we had sold for him. So that makes us feel good. So we like when people want to call us or just randomly reach out and say hi or ask us who to use for what, or, that makes us feel good. And I'm sure that's where
Absolutely.
we seem very similar with that aspect. So
I think so. And I don't see how it could be any different. Like, I think for most people
it can.
It can, but I don't get it. Like, I don't get the, because again, I think anyone who's in business for a longer term wants to have that longer term relationship, and I think you should always be thinking longer term, right? And when it comes to the customer, to me, it's 10 times worse, because I've been on the other side of this, where if, let's say, you get drawn in by some flashy
shiny object,
whatever, and you fall prey to that, and you're immediately turned off as soon as you figure it out, right? And then your pond is poisoned, and you're going to be telling everybody, at least if you're me, I'm going to be telling everybody I know that, stay away from this guy or this person, and don't go back, because it's not fun.
Yes, a lot of people don't understand. People that put negative reviews on Google, those people, that's the only reviews that they put out there, for one. But it's the people that you don't hear from, that you've not impressed, that go around telling everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what they put on Google for you to see, because their friends and family aren't going to see that Google review. They're going to go off of their experience with their friend. So that's why you just want to make sure that everyone has a great experience, and that's the part of the longevity.
Yeah, one of the things that I've tried to do actually since I became the owner is to do deliveries. So
Nice.
usually we have couriers deliver products, but if it's a smaller product or if I can get it into my car, I'll drive it out just to say, hey, can I talk to so and so and try to shake their hand and say thank you for your business and just
That's a nice touch.
all I'm there for is to get to know and put a face to the name and just understand who our customer is.
Mm-hmm.
And to me that's one of my favorite parts of the job is doing just that. Actually yesterday morning, first thing, I went out to a construction site, and this customer had ordered these metal plates that were custom cut, and they were going to do something with them to tag things and so forth. So we cut and punched them to order. That's apparently another thing that we do is cut metal.
Huh, pretty cool.
Yeah, it was just a sheet aluminum, and got to meet the guy and shake his hand and the whole crew, and they're like, oh yeah, you guys do great work. We know your name, and that was like a really good feeling for me. It's like, oh great, you guys know us.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's I think the more that you kind of put effort and energy into keeping that ball rolling, I think the more that people connect with that as well.
Well, I think Fastsigns overall has a great reputation. So you picked a good company to buy a franchise
Agreed.
from. But in our situation, so many people have had negative experiences with real estate agents. I think we're hated worse than attorneys and dentists because they think we're all the same, and we're So at least you're affiliated with a great company.
Yeah.
And people
did
should
my
judge us
research.
on our independence, not on, anything else, as far as realtors go. So everyone's different. They don't understand that real estate agents, every agent is a different business. So they're all ran differently.
All the Fastsigns in Columbus are different businesses. Each one has an owner-operator. I've actually gotten to know several of them, and they're good people.
Yeah.
And actually, from time to time, we do work together. We just did some work because we can do ADA signage, which think Braille and that kind of stuff, which not everybody has the equipment to be able to do that. So
That's pretty cool.
We did some ADA signage for another site. Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay. Do you want to tell people how they can get a hold of you?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go to our website. It's fastsigns.com/245 or /Columbus-downtown OH, I think. But the easy Google is, custom signs near me or something like that, or just Fast Signs Columbus. We are the downtown location, so keep that in mind, please, because
You're the only ones
we're
downtown.
all different. We do national advertising and such, so a lot of times, and ironically, I'll mention this because we get a lot of phone calls from people trying to reach the other stores, and we always redirect those to the stores to say, no, that's not us, that's Westerville or whoever. And we hope they do the same.
Yes.
But yeah, and our phone number is 614-228-2013, and Amy or Nia will answer the phone, and we're actually going to be training a new person, Janelle, into that role as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, good. So it's always good when you're growing too. So, yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening or watching us if you prefer. Make sure that you follow us on all social media at Shannon Grimm Realtor, and remember to
Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
and share. Thank you.